So welcome back. This is my video about the Aerofly RC7 and the first trainer airplane in it that I recommend. Let me show you the airplane first. The aircraft is the Kalmato EP 1400, 1.4 millimeter wingspan, 1.6 kg airplane. Very similar to most trainer airplanes with a nose wheel. It's very easy to fly, and the other thing I like to fly at is the, and this airplane is in all three versions, so it's in the standard version. And the place I like to fly at is this Bennett's Flying Field in Las Vegas, Nevada, because it has a hard surface runway. And a couple other things to note: you can hit the A key to zoom in, or you can hit the Y key to zoom back out. And I like to be able to see the end of the runway when I'm looking down that way, so I don't like to zoom in very far. You hit the B key to change ends of the runway, and the P key will pause the airplane. And if you hit the U key, you can move the airplane to yourself, so that I like to take the controller, and as I do with every flight, I check the controls, make sure everything is working correctly. Of course, it's going to work in the simulator, but this is for practice and remembering your checklist to fly. So I'll move the stick to the right, and you see the right aileron going up and the left aileron going down. Move the stick to the left, and you get the opposite effect. So I like to go up, up, back elevator goes up, and the right, the rudder goes to the right by pushing the rudder stick to the right. Okay, and here's where you can now practice your taxiing out. And then when I take off, I like to take off with started with about 50% power. And take off. Turn the volume down a little bit on the simulator, a little loud. Okay. So now, you're used to flying the airplane. Typically, I'll fly down the runway like this. Just to show you the other half of the field here, this is the rest of the Bennett's Flying Field. We'll fly on the other side of the runway. Not something you're supposed to do in real life, but that's okay. We're in the simulator. And you can see my throttle stick is probably about 50 to 60%, and it's going to fly it just fine. You don't need full power. In fact, it's a little better to fly a little slower, get slower, easier turns. And so we're going to do our first landing. Now you can see where you are. You can do a nice gentle turn around, line up on the runway. And now that the runway is made, you come down and land. One thing about landing on hard surfaces like this, you're going to roll out a bit longer, and then turn around and come back. Now there's no winds set up in the simulator at this point, but that's a typical little flight that you should practice. I always tell my students, fly with a purpose. And so the purpose in beginning flying is just to learn to take off like this, fly a box pattern, fly downwind, adjust left and right downwind so that you can turn final. And the runway will be easily landed on. Pull the power back and gently flare it. you go. So that's what RC simulator flying is all about, is just practicing the techniques you use in real flying. So this simulator does a very good job of that. And so there's 2 takeoffs and landings with the Aerofly RC Flight Simulator. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for additional videos.